2019 AP, I think this is set 1 or set 2? Set 2. Yeah, set 2, I think it is. A gigantic pharmaceutical corporation has a patent. That means it's a monopoly on a prescription drug, making it the only manufacturer of that drug. It's earning a positive economic profit. Draw the graph. Easy enough. Downward sloping demand. Remember, this is DARP. Here's your marginal revenue. All right, here's your marginal cost. Price goes up, bounces off, right, from profit max. Remember, profit max is where marginal revenue equals marginal cost. Here's your quantity, right? So price here, profit max, quantity, easy enough. Profit maximizing quantity should be QG. Got it. Price should be PG. ATC, they're making profits, so we want the ATC below the price. Okay, got it. Area representing consumer surplus shaded completely. So consumer surplus is everything above the price, but below the demand curve. So everything above the price, but below the demand curve. So here's our demand curve. There's our price. All of this needs to be shaded in. That's all consumer surplus. All right, I think we're good. Suppose the demand for the prescription drug increases and Gigantic hires its workers in a perfectly competitive labor market. Well, that was quick. We flipped to labor markets. What will happen to Gigantic's demand for warehouse workers? Understand that we find our demand for workers, marginal product times the price of the good equals marginal revenue product. We're going to compare that to the marginal revenue cost. This is our formula for labor, which helps us in quite a few questions here. We know when the demand for workers, or we know when the demand for the drug increases, right? When demand increases, we know that the price of the drug goes up. So that would make the price of our good, which is the drug, go up, which would make our MRP go up. And our MRP is our demand for labor, so that would go up also. So Gigantic's demand for warehouse workers would increase. That'll get us 1 point. The explanation would be exactly what goes on over here. As the demand for prescription drugs increases, the price of the good would go up. Increases the marginal revenue product, increasing the demand for labor. What will happen to the wage rate Gigantic pays in the warehouse workers and the number of warehouse workers it hires? Wage rate would remain unaffected. The monopoly is the market, but it is the only one with this drug. So it is the only one that has that drug. Let's just draw our graph here. This would be our demand for labor, or MRP. This would be our supply of labor, or MRC. They also call it the MFC. Know both of those. This is the wage, whatever the wage is that they're paying, and quantity of labor here. Demand for warehouse workers would increase. We explained that. What will happen to the wage rate? Gigantic pays. The wage rate would not change. All this would affect is the demand for labor and the marginal revenue product. Yeah, because their company is the only one that's affected by that. C, after Gigantic patent expires, though, another firm would enter the prescription drug market, produces an identical drug that sells for a lower price. What happens to Gigantic's producer surplus? Well, as the price goes down, we would say producer surplus has to go down, right? They're making less money on each good. The producer surplus would fall. What will happen to consumer surplus in the prescription drug market? When prices go down, consumer surplus would increase. And I think that's exactly what they're looking for right there. That we have to know that as there's more competition, the price would fall. And when the price goes down, consumer surplus would have to increase. I think that's the exact explanation they're needing. All right, guys, be safe. Take care.